Hi! Um, it's been a while since I had my last practice video. More 2 weeks ago naman siguro to. So, I was not able to make one again. And it took me some time. It's because I've got a lot of things on my plate for the past few weeks. And also, I was very preoccupied, so I don't want to make something when I'm not in the mood. That is why wala pa. But I'll try to make one now. So that's it. I have learned a lot from my last video, especially when it comes to how should I create my video, from the editing, and as well as how should it be formatted. And one of the things that I was told was to make my video in landscape form. Pero nga nag-portrait gihapon ko, it's because I'm more comfortable with the portrait na kanang video. So that is why I prefer more to have it in a portrait na manner. Basically, even if I was not able to create a video after my last video, but I actually had a lot of things in mind as to what I would like to talk about sa sunod ug maka-create man gani ko. Things have been just rough the past few weeks, and I got so busy. So, mo nang nawala sa siya sa akong huna-huna. But for today, we'll talk about something related to love and relationship. And I hope you will get something out from what I will talk about today in this video. A lot of people have been asking me for the past years ko no. For the past years as to why I have not engaged yet into another relationship. And then things like being choosy pa jud ko no. Pero yeah, that's the common impression that most people think about, na wala pa ko sa relationship balik kay choosy ko no ko. And I believe being choosy is not really that bad. I mean, it's you who will engage in the relationship. It's you and the person who would be sustaining the relationship together. So I think it's very important for you to check if you're compatible. There is more to that in a relationship. I mean, it's not just because like you feel love or nakaangay ka or you're attracted to the person, that's why mo engage ka. So being in a relationship is very complicated, but I'm not saying dili pud ka mo sulod. It's because it's complicated. So there are a lot of people who engage in relationships for several reasons, but what I'll be talking today is not about why you should engage into a relationship, but I'm talking about red flags. Why you should not ignore the red flag. Like I said earlier, we'll be talking about red flags. So the things that I will be mentioning in this video are actually coming from my own perspective. So if ever we share the same perspective, or if you think you agree with my perspective, then at least we're on the same plate. I understand, of course, you're entitled to your own opinion. But of course, again, kani siya, gikan na rin siya sa akong kaugalingon nga paglantaw. At the same time, sige, credit na lang nato ako experience. But, okay, nga na siya. So, that would be the baseline. What are red flags? Red flags are considered to be warning. So, mo nang gitawag na siya as red flags because they are considered as your warning signs as to whether mupadayon ba ka or you should reconsider things when it comes to entering into a relationship. Of course, people who engage in a relationship usually begins with attraction. Makaangay ka, perhaps because of certain criteria nga na-meet sa person, mo na nakaangay ka. But do we really have to engage into a relationship with a person just because it meets your criteria? That's the common question. Many have told me nga mugid siguro nga wala pa ko nakauyab. It's because susira daw ko kayo. Pero technically, let's face it na the people that we engage in a relationship with are the individuals nga ganahan ta. So, maybe, I was not able to engage in one kay dili sila ang mga tao nga akong ganahan. It doesn't mean man good na a person likes you, you have to like them too. That's on my own perspective. Nga naman, it's because why would you give a chance if you know from the very start na dili ka or wala ka nakaangay, diba? So it's kind of pointless. So given that condition, you yourself knows kung ganahan dagid ka mo sulod or dili, and ikaw pud mismo maka-feel ka if ganahan gid ka sa tao or dili. Someone told me nga pwede man daw ka ma-develop. Yes, that's true. Pwede man ka ma-develop. But, if you're someone who really knows what you like and what you prefer, not really becoming idealistic, pero tungod kay kibaw kag unsay imong ganahan, at the very start pa lang daan, kibaw na ka if na-budget chance or wala. So, nganong padugayon if kibaw man ka nga wala siya chance, diba? But, pwede ka mo take a risk. That is when you have to consider the capacity and the weight of the red flags na Alright, so at this point, change settings hata. Guy, I'm home already. So, mga na siya nga different na po akong background. So, going back to what I've mentioned earlier, if ever you meet someone na you're not attracted really, but you still want to take the risk. Let's say you have your reasons as to why you want to engage with the relationship. Muna na siya nga time nga you have to consider already the weight of the red flags. Meaning, you should check the warnings nga pwedeng makaingon nga either mugo ka or dili ka mugo in the relationship. Can we ignore the red flags? Ignoring the red flags actually depends kung unsa kabugaton ang iyahang red flags. But sometimes, when, regardless of the reason, may ubang tao nga, even if bugat ang red flags, they still gamble for it. So, of which, nga na mo gani ang case, kasagaran lang good. Even with the existence of the red flags, but still, you push through gihapon mo, there is really a huge chance na you'll regret it in the end. So, when relationships started wrong, usually, it ends up wrong as well. So, although natin po yung mga selected cases, nga even if it started wrong, still good gihapon siya in the end. If nga naman gani, don't. But of course, if you want nga malikayan ang mga negative results or like cases na you feel like you've made a stupid decision because of that, so might as well consider the weight of your red flags. So, in every relationship or in every person you meet, really gina siya perfect. Kaya wala may perfect na tao. But it's up to you, depende sa imong values, kung if you wanna retain the person or kung sa imong hangit mas i-value pa other than the relationship itself. So, in that perspective, red flags may come in varied forms. Whether siyang in the way the person handles you, or in the way the person views things, iyahang yung perspective, the way niya ginalantaw ang future, or when it comes to handling finances, or when it comes to talking about sex. The internet could provide you a lot of gauges when it comes to the red flags. Sa commonalities na siya, unsay kasagarang ma-experience sa mga tao in a relationship. But nevertheless, you yourself would know what could be the red flags. Nga naman, ikaw man mismo ang nakaila sa imong kaugalingon. You know your values, you know the things that you prefer, And of which, ikaw pod mismo ang mo-decide as to whether na ba ka i-sacrifice sa imong perspectives or sa imong values or sa imong mga standards in order for you to sustain with the relationship. So, like I said, pwede siya in terms of varied forms. So, what would be the baseline of our red flags? Personally, you should base it on your values. Meaning, kung sa importante para sa imuha. Let's say, if family is important to you, then consider that one as a sign of a red flag. Compatible ba mo anang aspect? If money matters is important to you, then you might consider that as well as a red flag. Kinahanglan ba mo complement anang aspect? If career or even education is very important for you, then you might as well consider that as a red flag. Ano man, these things that you try to put as warning signs will guide you in the way you select your partner. Your future plans can also be a gauge of a red flag, meaning unsay tanaw nimo or unsay plano nimo para sa future, pwede na nimo siyang mahimong basehan as a warning sign. Even your choices, your personal choices when it comes to the way you live your life, or when it comes to the selections you do para sa imong kaugalingon o para sa ubang tao, so pwede na nimo silang gamiton. So again, our red flags are subjective, depende kung sa priority para nimo. Ngayon sila, if pilian ra daw ka kaayo, you'll end up having nothing. And I would like to disagree on that statement. Ano man? Because I believe all of us have someone we're destined for. But, kanang tao nga para nato doesn't mean nga maupo na nga tao ang ma-end up din sa imo ha. Pwede nga kamo, pero dili para kamo. So, that is why, since being in a relationship is very complicated, you really have to thoroughly think about it if you wanna enter. Nga naman, hindi na siya murag pagkaon nga because you like it, you'll take it, but pag mapasok ka, kay init ra siya kaayo, you spit it out. So, dili na siya inana. So, aside from very different sources or variations of the red flags, depende kung sa butang ang ginavalue nimo, you could also set specific criteria for you. So, in my case, what I do is I have 5 gauges, meaning there are 5 things I'd like to look into the person. Kung okay ba or dili siya. So, for example, doon kay dili man perfect ang usa ka tao, so dili ta ka-expect nga tanang butang atong ganahan anang tawhana na agi niya. But pwede nimo ma-sacrifice ang ubang butang if you really want to commit with the person. So that is why in my case, I choose 5. Meaning, murag streak. Naman tagitawag nga 3 streaks, ako 5 streaks. O, ako tagali isa 5 ang negative things na dili na kong ganahan anang tawhana. Then, and should you decide ba agad to end it? I say, no. Always give considerations. Pero, stick to your considerations. Meaning, stick kung unsay gi-allot nimo para sa imong kaugalingon. For example, in my case, nga 5 ra, once ka di mabot sa 5, ay na-ask for isa pa. Mabot na ganing 6 or 7 or 8, pwede pa. Nga naman, tabla nagilad, di man kaugalingon na. So, when you say it's 5, those 5, pag ma-0 na ganina siya, tungod kay na-complete na niya nga negative to siya, then do not be afraid to let go. Why shouldn't we be afraid to let go? It is because there's nothing permanent in this world. If you want to win some, you gotta lose some. So, depende na po siya of how much sacrifice or how much would you like to lose. Why? Because life will always be a gamble. Just like being in a relationship will always be a gamble. So, again, there is no perfect partnership. So, if you meet someone na you choose and the person also choose you back, nindot na siya nga feeling. And okay kay na siya. Pero,
wala. We have different stories when it comes to relationships. That is why it's very important that you really have to look into the details of yourself. Unahan sa imong kaugalingon before anything else. Nga naman, like what I always say to my students, other people or all the people around you, mawala man na sila. What remains is you and yourself. So, ikaw mo pick up sa imong kaugalingon whenever you feel down. And ikaw rapoy maka-bring up sa imong kaugalingon whenever things don't work your way. So, there you go. Being in a relationship is actually bringing us a good feeling. I mean, who doesn't want, diba, na i-love ka sa ubang tao and ikaw po mismo mo love sad ka sa ubang tao. But of course, you have to consider some things. Nga naman, you have to weigh if things are really worthy nga i-risk yun mo. And the red flags or the warning signs that you try to place the moment you enter into a relationship will serve as your guide para maka-decide yung kagtarong as to may ba na siya or wali ba na siya. So that's it. That's the last of the things that I will talk about today. Anyway, enjoy your day.